Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading Ruth 2 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, And Naomi had a kinsman of her husband's, a mighty man of wealth, of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi, Let me now go to the field, and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, Go, my daughter. And she went and came, and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and her hap was too light on her part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was of the kindred of Elimelech. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and said unto the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered him, The Lord bless thee. And then Boaz said unto his servant that was set over the reapers, Whose damsel is this? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, It is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came, and hath continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. Then said Boaz unto Ruth, Hearest thou not, my daughter? Go not to glean in another field, neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let thine eyes be on the field, that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face, and bowed herself to the ground, and said unto him, Why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, It hath fully been shewed me all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law since the death of thine husband, and how thou hast left thy father and thy mother, and the land of thy nativity, and art come unto a people which thou knewest not heretofore. The Lord recompense thy work, and a full reward be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Then she said, Let me find favor in thy sight, my Lord, for that thou hast comforted me, and for that thou hast spoken friendly unto thine handmaid, though I be not like unto one of thine handmaidens. And Boaz said unto her, At mealtime come thou hither, and eat of the bread, and dip thy morsel in the vinegar. And she sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was sufficed, and left. And when she was risen up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, Let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not. And let fall also some of the handfuls of purpose for her, and leave them, that she may glean them, and rebuke her not. So she gleaned in the field until even, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up, and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was sufficed. And her mother-in-law said unto her, Where hast thou gleaned today, and where wroughtest thou? Blessed be he that did take knowledge of thee. And she shewed her mother-in-law with whom she had wrought, and said, The man's name with whom I wrought today is Boaz. And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, Blessed be he of the Lord, who hath not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, The man is near of kin unto us, one of our next kinsmen. And Ruth the Moabitess said, He said unto me also, Thou shalt keep fast by my young men until they have ended all my harvest. And Naomi said unto Ruth her daughter-in-law, It is good, my daughter, that thou go out with his maidens, that they meet thee not in any other field. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to glean until the end of barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. Alright guys, so in this chapter we see where Ruth has actually gone to fend for herself and her mother-in-law, and she went into the field of Boaz, which was Elimelech's kindred. Okay, that's Elimelech, Naomi's husband. And he found favor in her eyes that he told his young men basically to look after her when she came in the field, she came in his field. Okay, and he invited her to eat with them also. Okay, and that was very hospitable of him. And we see where that she was shown kindness because she dealt fairly, she dealt well with her mother-in-law Naomi. Okay, so it was not just Naomi that dealt well with her daughter-in-laws, but also it is come in this chapter where it is showing the characteristics of Ruth. Ruth's character is being brought forward here, where she is a woman, a kind woman. Okay, she's been highlighted as a kind woman, and others have seen her kindness. Okay, the kindness that she's showing unto her mother-in-law, which basically is not her mother-in-law any longer because her sons died and she could have remarried, but she chose to stay with her, and she's been blessed because of that. Okay, and we should always try to do good unto others so that we will be blessed, not merely by men, but by God himself. Because if you notice, Boaz had said, blessed are you, basically. That's what he said, right? Not his words, I'm just paraphrasing here, okay, because I'm kind of tired and out of it a little. So yeah, he wasn't just saying, oh, I see you, whatever, and I think you're nice, you're doing well, and all of that. He did say all that, but he also acknowledged that the Lord also shall bless her because of her kindness that she's shown unto her mother-in-law, being a daughter unto her mother-in-law. That speaks very highly of her, and that shows also that when a woman is taken into the family of a man, or a man is taken into the family of his wife, then he should take his wife's parents unto himself, as is the wife's parents should take him unto themselves as a son, and also vice versa for the female. Okay, and this just shows how we should all operate. Okay, this shows how we should be, not saying that if you were married and your husband or wife dies, that you should remain in your in-laws house. That's not what I'm saying. but I'm just saying that you should deal fairly with them just the same. Okay, not because your husband or your wife is dead, that does not mean that you should forget them and act as if they do not exist just because your husband or your wife died. Okay, you were taken onto them basically as a daughter or a son, and even after they pass away, you should entreat them in the same way. I mean, even if you remarry, you should still remember them. Okay, don't forsake them completely because you had gained an extra parent and they had gained an extra child, an additional child once you married. Okay, whether it be daughter or son, whether you married their child. Once you married their child, you were taken onto them and them onto you. Okay, and it's not something that is severed. We all know about spiritual ties. We know a lot of those stuff. Okay, we know about the effects of spiritual ties and all of that. They can be good and they can be bad, but this is actually a good spiritual tie, wherein that not because your husband died, because when you marry, or your wife, when you marry, you become one. No. Okay, and your spirits are united, and so therefore, even if your partner passes away, a part of them basically still lives with you and resides with you. Okay, I'm just trying to explain to you guys. Okay, I'm not saying okay the spirit lingers or whatever. I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that you would have inherited some of their qualities and traits, being that you have become one. And those are things that would actually somewhat help the parent that lost their child. They would see some of those qualities remaining in you, even though their child had died. Okay, and don't just cut off yourself from them because their child died. Okay, remember, you had become one with their child, so now you're basically a part of them also, and they a part of you, and you should treat them as such. Okay, and always remember them always, and be kind unto them, be loving unto them just the same. Even if you remarry, remember them. If it's even just to call them up and say hi, how are you, have a blessed day, or to look at them in their old age and remember that you were married to their child once. Okay, and be kind unto them, treat them well, treat them as you would treat a parent. Okay, and that's just what I want to get to you from this. Okay, you should be kind to them. All right, I don't know who this is for. I honestly don't know, but I know that the Lord does not allow his words to fall on deaf ears, and he knows everything that's best. Okay, this was not the path I was looking to take, sorry, but as the Lord leads, so let it be. Alright guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you're alerted whenever a new audio video is posted. And guys, please don't forget to share your thoughts, your comments, and your revelations down below in the comment section. Have yourselves a blessed day. Remember, keep your salvation, and if you have not yet gained it, seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.